Ever wondered what the top achievers have in common? I've read numerous books, delved into research, and listened to countless stories to understand what makes them go out there and display their work with so much confidence. The surprising truth? Most of them have faced imposter syndrome at some point in their journey. And today, I'm going to reveal to you how you can identify the type of imposter syndrome you're dealing with and how to overcome it with practical, tailored steps. Imposter syndrome isn't a one-size-fits-all experience. It shows up differently for everyone, and understanding what type you're dealing with is the key to tackling it effectively. Dr. Valerie Young, an expert on the subject, has identified 5 types of imposter syndrome. Let's walk through them and I'll show you how to overcome each one with actionable strategies. First type is the perfectionist. If you're a perfectionist, you feel like anything less than flawless is a failure. You might focus so much on the tiny details that you lose sight of the bigger picture. I've done a separate video on how to deal with perfectionism. I'll link it somewhere here for you to go and check it out. Now let's talk about the strategy that you can use to overcome the perfectionist type of imposter syndrome. You're going to practice something called the 80-20 rule. You need to ask yourself what is the 20% of effort that would deliver 80% of your result. This helps you prioritize and move forward without getting stuck in endless revisions. If you want to know a little more about how to use the 80-20 rule, let me know in the comments below and I'll explain that. Also in your workbook, there's a section to reflect on areas where perfectionism might be holding you back, and there are prompts to help you focus on progress over perfection. Now let's move on to the next one, which is the Superman or Superwoman. This type makes you feel like you need to excel in every area of your life. Work, home, hobbies, every single thing. It's exhausting and unsustainable. The antidote? Boundaries. Take a moment to identify what truly matters to you. In your workbook, you'll find an exercise to list your top 3 priorities. Then for each new task or request, you can ask yourself, does this align with my priorities? If it doesn't, give yourself the permission to say no. Remember, you are a human, not a superhero. And the third is the natural genius. If they struggle or have to work hard at something, they take it as a proof that they're not good enough. This mindset can be incredibly limiting, and here's how you can shift it. Reframe challenges as opportunities to grow. Instead of thinking, I should already know this, think, this is a chance to learn something new. In your workbook, you'll find a journaling prompt to recognize your recent challenges and the growth that came from them. Next is the soloist. As a soloist, you might feel like asking for help is a sign of weakness. You might believe that you need to do everything by yourself to prove your worth. But what you need to know is collaboration makes us stronger. Start small. Ask for help in something minor, like advice on a project or input on a decision. In your workbook, there's a section to reflect on situations where you've avoided seeking help and identify opportunities to collaborate moving forward. Last is the expert. Experts believe they need to know everything before they take action. They're constantly seeking more knowledge, certifications, or skills before feeling qualified. The key here is embracing action over endless preparation. Set a time limit for learning and then take action. For example, give yourself 2 weeks to research on a topic and then start implementing what you've learned. The workbook includes a step-by-step guide to help you transition from preparation to execution. Identifying your imposter syndrome type is empowering because it gives you clarity. If you can name it, you can tame it. In your workbook, you'll find a quiz to determine what type of imposter syndrome you have and tailored strategies to address it. Awareness is the first step towards breaking free. One of the most transformative things you can do is to share your experiences with someone you trust. When I opened up about my imposter syndrome to a close friend, I realized how common it was. It's amazing how much lighter you feel when you're not carrying all that burden alone. Use the workbook's reflection prompts to identify someone you can talk to and what you plan to share with them. Overcoming imposter syndrome isn't about erasing doubt altogether, and it's also not something that a motivational talk can help you move out of. It's about learning to navigate it with self-awareness and resilience. By understanding your type, reframing your thoughts, and taking practical steps, you can break free from the cycle and step into your worth. Download the free workbook linked below to dive deeper into these strategies and start applying them to your life. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep this conversation going and support each other in owning our worth. I'll see you next time. Bye.